Hello, and welcome to Cyberfly Gaming, and this is the first episode of a series I'm starting called Why It Is Great. This is going to be a general series covering several different forms of media, such as video games, television and movies, etc. And in our first entry here, we're going to be covering why Pokemon Sword and Shield are great games. Pokemon Sword and Shield are currently the latest mainstream Pokemon games. Since Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are due to release this November, I don't know when this video is going to come out, so take that with a grain of salt right now, depending on when you're listening to this. And they're understandably some of the most hated games in the franchise because of the Brexit or Dexit controversy. Sorry about that, got my Dexes mixed up. This video is going to take us on a journey through Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I'll be pointing out all the great, not so great, and slightly good features of Pokemon Sword and Shield. So, as the previous installment went, let's go! We start this game, like with many other Pokemon games, with a franchise staple, the introduction to the world. Usually this is done by the professors, but in this game it's done by Chairman Rose. This is actually really interesting because they set it up as unique for the Galar region. Basically, this isn't Chairman Rose announcing it to the player, this is him announcing it to the Galarian people. Like, what is a Pokemon? He's trying to basically build up hype for the Pokemon in Galar, and the gym challenge, which he'll make money off of, presumably. Anyway, after this we see the champion Leon take part in a battle against Vaihan, the 8th gym leader. This is some good foreshadowing for these two and their relationship later on in the game. But it's really nice to see a battle and showing two of their signature Pokemon at an early part of the game. After this we cut to our player character sitting on the sofa, and we're greeted by Hop, who then sets up the fact that him and Leon are brothers. This actually leads into quite a bit of character development on the part of Hop. This leads to his character arc being primarily focused on Leon, and it lends to the theme of Pokemon Sword and Shield when it comes to its characters. The basic theming would be, your family does not necessarily define your role in life. Leon and Hop, for example, Hop admires his big brother for being the champion, but that leads him to make strides in a career path that's just not his. He keeps talking about becoming the champion, but he's not cut out for it, as you can tell. After that encounter with Hop, he then takes us to Wedgehurst to meet his big brother Leon, who is currently talking to the crowd, and I'm with this lady on his attire. After we get back to Leon and Hop's house, he then introduces us to our starters, Sobble, Grookey, and Scorbunny. So basically our three options are a depressed lizard, a monkey with a stick, and a living flamethrower. Speaking of the starters, during the evolutionary lines of these three, we'll discover the themes of these three starters, but for now I've just got to admit, I know what they're going for with these three starters, but they're not the best starters the Pokemon franchise has ever had. In my opinion, that's the Gen 4 and Gen 3 starters, but that could be biased on my part. Nonetheless, these starters are good, but they're not great. After this, Hop challenges us to a rival battle, and it goes as... Anyway, after that, Hop takes us to see that Wooloo has broken through the gate, and we are tasked with rescuing him. We go for the Slumbering Weald, which is a pretty good forest location for Pokemon. It's really ominous and quite creepy, which makes it work in my opinion. We also encounter the legendary box art Pokemon, which is either Zacian or Zamazenta. We challenge them to a battle, but we're swiftly defeated, and Leon finds us in the woods, which is good. But the bad news is, Charizard's found lunch. After this, we're told by Leon to go find Professor Magnolia in the Pokemon Research Lab, and since our normal route is blocked by the Wooloo mob, we're forced to go around, and this is where we get our first capture of the Let's Play, a Rookidee which we nicknamed Surdame. After this, we go to Professor Magnolia's Pokemon Research Lab, and we run into Sonia and her Yamper, who is apparently meant to be Leon's rival from back when he was a trainer, but we never get to fight her. This is one of the downsides of Pokemon Sword and Shield. It sometimes sets up plot threads which never gets paid off, which is a shame because that Yamper looks like a beast. After this, we're told where Professor Magnolia really is, and we go to meet her. We also catch the third member of our team, a Choodle, which we name Muncher. We still have to battle a few trainers to get there though, and the trainers in this game still suffer from the same stuck in one place phenomenon that most Pokemon NPCs have. It's a real shame that they can create some sort of generic character creation engine for the NPC trainers, because it still leads to the similar Pokemon classes being set up, and it's really annoying because you've got a bunch of characters in the game who all look the damn same. It's nuts. It's 2019 when this game came out. They should have got this fixed back, I don't know, back in X and Y or Sun and Moon or something. After that, we run into Professor Magnolia and Leon, who is there. Hop is hoping to get a letter of endorsement from Leon so he can take on the gym challenge, but he is against that for some reason. So Hop challenges us to another rival battle, and second verse, same as the first. After that, meteors fall from the sky, and we get snazzy new Dynamax bands. Dynamax is the new gimmick of Pokemon, whereas Pokemon just get massive. That's basically the gimmick, and type moves are changed to one particular move. So Flame Charge and Flame Fall will be changed into Max Flare, for example. And I can understand why this is more appealing to Game Freak, because basically it allows all Pokemon to get powered up, instead of Mega Evolution, where only certain individuals could get powered up. I still think that the best... No, I'm not sure it's tied with Z moves in my opinion, because I can see the point, but Mega Evolution's still the best out of all three of them in my opinion. After this, we then go to Wedgehurst again to catch a train to the wild area. But Hop's mom and our mom intercept us and give us the camping gear. Pokemon camping is basically Pokemon and me on steroids. It allows you to interact with your Pokemon as a whole team rather than one-on-one individually. It makes you feel like you're building a whole team throughout the adventure rather than just focusing on certain individuals. Also, you can make curry. Oh. So we get in the train to the wild area, and the wild area is the closest thing Pokemon has came to an open world as of late, up until the release of Legends Arceus. You can Dynamax battle there, you can race there, you can camp there. You can also find a lot of Pokemon in that particular area, and it's extremely open-ended. However, there are some super strong Pokemon that are best not to mess with at this level of the game, and will pursue you, so run. Also, the Dynamax dens. The Dynamax dens in Pokemon Sword and Shield are where you and 3 other players would battle against one Dynamax or Gigantamax Pokemon. All these maxes are really confusing, I'm not gonna lie. So you battle them, and I recommend you do it with other players rather than NPCs, because the NPCs suck. So me and Flare here are gonna take on this giant Pokemon and hopefully defeat it. We cannot lose, Flare, we've got the power of bonds on our side. Oh. After this, we go to Motorstoke City, which is where the 3rd gym leader would be. And we also have to go to the gym ceremony so we can register for the gym challenge. But first of all, Sonia's going to take us aside and make us create our league card. The league cards are an extra bit of a lore this game did need to introduce, but I really appreciate it because it gives the gym leaders a lot more personality and the characters in this game a lot more personality. So we create this monstrosity, and here's the code if you want it. After this, we go on ahead to register for the gym challenge, but before that we go meet up with Leon here, and he gives us a charcoal for Flare. As we register for the gym challenge, we're meant to go to the Body Win directly afterwards to go to have a night's rest and trigger the progression of the game. But then we go back to Wedgehurst and trigger an event for the DLC. This is where we meet this mysterious fellow and this odd slowpoke. We capture the slowpoke and send this mysterious fellow on his way. So after this, we go to the Bloody Wind and have a run-in with Team Yell. Team Yell are based off toxic football fans in the UK, and I cannot think of a more perfect villainous team for a UK-based Pokemon Legion, I'm not gonna lie. After a quick battle with them, they're called off by this mysterious girl who is rival number 2, Marnie. She'll become more important as the game goes on, but for now she sort of plays into the silent but deadly archetype, I guess you could say that, but she's quite friendly compared to the third rival in the game. After this, we go to the gym challenge ceremony where we meet all 7 gym leaders. As you can tell, there's a gym leader missing, but there's actually a secret behind him, so they couldn't reveal him just yet. I'm just going to talk about this now, but these gym leaders are some of the best in the franchise because of the sheer personality that their design gives off. The league cards help accentuate this by giving brief descriptions of what these gym leaders are about. But they're just some of the best designed, and hopefully the franchise goes forward with giving us interesting and somewhat memorable boss fights. After that, Hop challenges us to another rival battle, and it goes as well as last time did. Anyway guys, this is part 1 in my new project, and eventually when we get this all finished, it's all going to be put together in a supercut version, but for now this is only part 1. Part 2 will be coming next week. See you then, hopefully. If you like this video, put down a like and subscribe. Put any positive or negative feedback in the comments. Peace!